Yellow, TENIME here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the LooseCollector, the Crypt, the Great Wolves, Dilim of the East, and Garros of the South. Let's take a look at them. And we are back to the awful segmented backdrop, but these things are just too tall, and I can only go back so far before I run out of backdrop, and I have not been able to construct or purchase a better light box to film these reviews in. So, looking at Garros of the South, there's logos and names and logos and names, a pretty picture of the figure itself. And then there's another pretty picture of the figure itself with some more logos and names, and 12 scale deluxe figure. And on the other side, we got another 12 scale deluxe figure and another pretty picture of the figure. And then this weird barcode sticker that's on all of them. But yeah, I don't know if that's everywhere or if that's just because I got all four at Big Bad Toy Store or what, but I don't know. The bottom of the box has an even bigger barcode, but it's not a sticker. It's printed on the cardboard. On the back, oof, you have the other three. Dilim of the East, Murako of the West, and Vazlak of the North. There is Garros's name, another picture of the figure. There is a little blurb. Sorry about the ring light. Hopefully you can read around that. If not, I believe I read it out on my live stream for Vazlak and Murako. Speaking of Dilim, let's take a look at his box. It is much of the same, names and logos and names, a picture of the figure within, the logos on the top, the 12 scale deluxe figure with another photo of the figure with the barcode sticker, Great Wolves, Dilim of the East, a back with the other three on there, the bottom with the giant printed barcode, and the side with the Great Wolves, Dilim of the East, 12 scale deluxe figure. And I don't know how to, this is like not a lot of room behind, but then we're out of frame here, so maybe if I pull back a little more. I don't want to go beyond the poster board. Okay, is that good? This is going to be huge, but my neighbors downstairs have been loud dicks all day. Only after I got home and started to record, mind you. So let us... Ooh, see? He's too heavy. Ready? Ready? Gonna get him open. Gonna get him open. Get him open. What? Dilim turned into two wolves from one box? No, I just didn't want to do the same gag twice. So we've got some problems here. I obviously had to soak these guys in both a glass pitcher of boiling water and run them under boiling water from the sink. And Dilim has these little white spots all over him, which I don't know if it's from my city's water or if it's from all of the dead skin from my fingers getting all pruny dealing with the boiling water on the impossible to move plastic out of the box. Problem number one. Problem number two, Dilim's left foot is twisting off. If I move it at all, it will twist off. This is a massive, massive bummer, worse than Murako missing a kneecap, because Dilim was the one I was looking forward to the most. The only time Big Bad Toy Store has ever failed me was trying to get a replacement kneecap for Murako. They had no more Murakos to swap out with me, and the only option was to either keep him with a missing kneecap or send him back for a full refund, which, you know, they'd pay for the shipping, but I wanted my Grey Wolf. I'm very, very nervous about asking them for a replacement left fraction of the leg, even if it means swapping out whole Dilims, because if they don't have any to swap out, they're going to say you can keep it with his left foot broken and almost falling off, or send it back for a full refund. I don't want to send it back for a full refund. I don't want a refund. I just want a black wolf that isn't broken. The plan was always going to be showing you the articulation with Garros, since he is brown and is going to show up better on camera than the all-black Dilim. And because, except for the heads, which I didn't know when I live streamed Vazlak and Murako, all four heads are unique from each other. Small subtle differences, but from the necks down, including all of their alternate hands, it is all just one mold. So showing Garros's articulation will give you an idea on Dilim's articulation. Here are their hands. Hopefully the joints are still moving, because none of them would move until I drop them into boiling water. There we go. Okay. They each come with a pair of fists. They each come with a pair of super clawed hands, blah. And they each come with a pair of relaxed hands, which you could still conceivably use as less intense clawed hands. And all of the hands have horizontal hinges. Oh, see? I mean, good ratchets, especially given how chunky and heavy they are. But then we have problems of them not moving unless you heat them up. And even though I heated him up, he still broke. And then we have another problem, which I'll get to when I bring the other two out for comparisons. But first, let's look at the articulation scheme. I'm not going to make it go back and watch the whole hour-and-a-half live stream of Vaslak and Morocco. So I'll show you the articulation fresh with Garros, and then we'll compare all four. So he has a dumbbell underneath his head. It is really, and see, it's already, despite him being boiled, and I think you can even see some water droplets in there. No, those aren't water droplets. Okay, well. Like, that is just... Like, the neck isn't weight-bearing, so I don't know why this needs to be so massive and impossible to move, but it's like that on all four of them. They all have articulated jaws. Can look... Nope. That's as far as he can look up. That's as far as he can look down. You obviously get rotation of the head, and the neck tuft is going to come with. The jaw will pop out. The jaw may not pop out on all of you, but he's still a little soft in places from the boiling, so that's not an issue. Pops back in. No harm, no foul. He gets that much side and that much side. I ain't gonna edit this out, man. His arm can come up to there. He has a bicep swivel. He has double jointed elbows that go that far. There's a joint here, but I usually can't get much more than just tilt out of them. The crunch all comes from the lower joint. So like, no back, no forward on the top joint, but you get forward and back with the bottom. You get a little bit of tilt, so you get most of the tilt from the upper joint. I've never been able to rotate the top one, and the bottom one feels like it should be able to rotate, but it also feels like it's pulling on a giant ball like that, and if I try and force it, it's just gonna snap. So I would rather not snap him at the waist, trying to get him to turn. So, like, that's... and it doesn't hold. The tail is just a solid piece. The tail and head are not connected in the package, so you have to put them both on. If you have a problem with either, heat them up. The legs can do full splits, and that sound was Dilim falling down. It can come up that far. It can go back. Actually, no real back. Even though this is rubbery, it's just, there's no real back. There's a thigh cap that swivels on the ball. If you look at the giant ball down there, the hip ball, mind out of the gutter. He's got double jointed knees. These are all the way. That's straightened. Then you got the heel joint, which can straighten and bend, and it does rotate. A dew claw there. Oh, I don't know if that's a little dew claw. It's a giant dew claw. He has a so, okay, that's not moving. Show you the other foot. So it, because they're very hard to move and they're very heavy, you kind of have to like just flail them around just to move a single joint. It's nice that, you know, they're not just floppy messes, but more on that in a second. It's also very frustrating, even after heating it up, to try and get any kind of range out of this articulation. There's the foot all the way back. See, and then the joint you're not trying to move moves. There's all the way forward, and thankfully it is a forward-facing pin, the rocker, and they get, I mean, almost all the way around, both in and out, which is amazing. And obviously the best part of these is the sculpt. So let's look at the same sculpt all 4 times in 4 different colors. All right, there are all 4 colors. We have north, south, east, west. Now you may be asking me, TENIME, black, brown, and gray are all in the same pose. Why is white in such a weird pose? That's the problem. Despite having the exact same hard joints as the rest of them, despite them all getting the same bath, despite only 1 ankle breaking, despite 1 missing kneecap, I may try and ask them if they have one now to swap out, or maybe you can contact LooseCollector directly. Vazlak. Did you see that? Did you see how when I picked him up, his leg flopped? Because Vazlak is super floppy in his left leg. And any other pose, his weight can't hold it, and he falls forward. So tight is better, because this is the alternative. So that's a bummer. I'm keeping that in. I'm keeping that in. Well, you can see some moisture there from boiling. I'm going to show you all the heads. So I did initially think that they were identical, but I was told that there are very subtle differences in brows and muzzles, and even in teeth. I kind of like Dilim's teeth the best. Like, it kind of looks like he's got the most curved canines. I don't want to say all the bottom jaws are the same, because last time I said, oh, wait, nope, never mind. Okay, so Garros himself has a cleaner goatee than the other 3. So I'm not quite sure if the other 3 have the exact same, or I'm trying to see if there's any differences in their lower teeth or tongues. Garros absolutely has a different muzzle. I don't know how well it's coming through with him being black. I've got every light on in my house. My windows are open with sunlight coming in, and then I got the ring light here. So it's obviously Garros has the scars that none of the rest of them have. Not Garros, Dilim. This is Garros. So Garros and Vazlak have the same. Nope, because his nose is down further than his. Okay, so yeah, so all the heads are very, very slightly different, which is really cool. They didn't have to do that. I honestly thought that they were all going to be the same heads, just in different colors, and I would have accepted that. So they really didn't have to do that. I'm still pretty upset about missing kneecap, floppy leg, and broken ankle. Okay, so we have McFarlane Toys, McFarlane's Monsters Werewolf. We have the NECA TMNT2 Secret of the Use Razor and the NECA TMNT Cartoon Razor. We have the Toy Biz Video Game Superstars Darkstalkers John Talbane. We have the Soda Toys Now Playing Dog Soldiers, the Bloody Brown version. We have the Mezco Underworld Rays. We have the Kenner 1989 Real Ghostbusters The Wolfman Monster. We have the Funko Mystery Minis Universal Monsters The Wolfman. We have the Diamond Select Toys Nightmare Before Christmas Minimates The Wolfman. We have the McFarlane Fortnite Dyer. We have the Diamond Select Toys Nightmare Before Christmas Select The Wolfman. We have the Ultimate Source Killer Instinct Saberwolf. Not a wolf, but still a canine as a hyena. We have the Sparrow Toys Animal Warriors of the Kingdom Horrid Gladiator Mongrel. And the NECA and American Werewolf in London Kessler Wolf. Then we have my favorite werewolves in my collection. On the left, we have the Maestro Union Fury Planet Veteran William, the brown and white versions. And on the right, we have the exact same mold, Maestro Union teamed up with Fresh Monkey Fiction and Big Bad Workshop for the Operation Monster Force Kilowog Night Hunter. If you're confused about the 3 heads, those are the 3 heads that all 3 figures come with. And of course, we have my regular NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Use Michelangelo, my Mattel Masterverse Revelation Articulation Stinkor, my Metacom Mafex Snyder Cut Batman, the Fresh Monkey Fiction Eagle Force Agent Grimm, the Diamond Select Toys G.I. Joe Minimates Storm Shadow, the Hasbro Marvel Legends Comic Book Deadpool, the McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat 11 Shadow of Spawn, the Jakks Pacific Super Mario, and the Super 7 Silverhawks Ultimates Bluegrass and Sideman. I am very, very happy to finish the quartet. Dilim's head sculpt looks even better in person, and as I said, he was the one I was looking most forward to, but it's still a major bummer about Dilim's broken ankle. It's still a major bummer about Vazlak's super loose leg. It's still a major bummer about Morocco's missing kneecap. These figures are gorgeous. They're enormous, imposing, ferocious looking, heavy, thick, weighty, monstrous. I hate the term beefy. No shade thrown to the certain toy reviewer who literally uses it every other word in their reviews. These have amazing positives and extremely upsetting, frustrating, disappointing negatives. Tight joints are always going to be preferable over loose joints, but when those tight joints become loose anyways because of the weight, then what's the point? But if they're so tight you can't even utilize the articulation, then what's the point of them even being articulated? The price point is an issue given these problems. I'm very happy to have all four. I do not regret getting them, despite the problems that I've had with 3 out of the 4 of them. I would say make your own decision based on your own criteria. Do you like these better than the Maestro Union Wolves? Maestro Union Wolves are capable of getting fully naked. Hopefully my video doesn't get age restricted for using that word. I can turn brown Veteran William like Garros. I can turn white Veteran William like Vazlak. I can turn gray Kill Award Night Hunter like Morocco. And these obviously beat those others on size alone. But A, do you need your werewolves this big in your 6-inch scale? Or do you like them better as the Maestro Union mold, where it's still bigger than a 6-inch human, but not so monstrously large that it becomes a little difficult to believe that a 6-inch human could turn into a almost 9-inch werewolf? Again, I love the things that I like, and I hate the things that I dislike. Hopefully Big Bad Toy Store can come through and help me fix my gray and my black. I don't think that I would even mention the loose leg on the white one to them. What happens when the next one comes loose? Or what happens when the next one is fine when it arrives, but then gets loose over the couple months that I've had this one? So your mileage may vary. Vote with your wallet. Do what fits your collection best. Again, as a massive werewolf fan, if you couldn't tell from all the comparisons, I love having these, but I hate that they have problems. Thank you so very much for watching. You know the YouTube algorithm sucks. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to support me on Patreon, patreon.com/TENIME. Link is in the description. $5 a month gets you unlimited behind-the-scenes access to all artworks, works in progress, including upcoming YouTube thumbnails. No matter what, I sincerely thank you for watching. Please stay safe out there. It's a scary, scary world. Much scarier than one with werewolves. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.